Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be shedding light on how to attain the utmost highest standard of living in order to improve your quality of life. So how do you aggrandize every facet of your life? How do you ameliorate your life? How do you augment, enrich, and enhance every aspect of your life? Without further ado, without further delay, allow me to demystify the answer to that inquiry right here, right now. If you qualify to become a welfare aristocrat and subsequently become a welfare aristocrat, then you can attain the utmost highest standard of living. Welfare aristocrats have unlimited money in tandem with unlimited benefits. Furthermore, all their amenities, all their luxuries, all their accoutrements of the high life are subsidized by transfer payments from people who work real private sector jobs based on voluntary demand in this controlled market economy. If you can become a welfare aristocrat, then you will never need to work in any capacity. You will never need to work a day in your life, and you will have unlimited benefits in tandem with unlimited money, and all your wants and needs will be unconditionally assuaged as long as you maintain your welfare aristocrat status. Welfare aristocrats can sleep at any given time. They can gorge down food at any given time. They can earmark their time however they deem fit. They have full purview over their time. They never have to grovel at the feet of an employer. They never have to borrow equity out of their time, life, health, happiness, future wealth, and dignity for a pittance of a non-subsistence wage imposed by an employer. They never have to work in any capacity for anything. All their wants and needs will be unconditionally met as long as they maintain their welfare aristocrat status in this controlled market economy in which people who work real private sector jobs based on voluntary demand cannot retain the fruits of their labor. People work real private sector jobs based on voluntary demand, subsidize amenities, luxuries, accoutrements of the high life, the unlimited money, and the unlimited benefits of welfare aristocrats who never have to work a day in their life in any capacity. When you're a welfare aristocrat, you have no chronic stress. You do not have to deal with generating revenue in order to sustain yourself because you have unlimited money. You do not have to worry about housing, food, nor anything else because you have unlimited benefits and unlimited money. As a welfare aristocrat, you can afford to sleep for 24 hours per day. You don't have to make any contributions to the world in any facet. You do not have to ever exhaust any mental bandwidth to do anything. And you can indulge in stress alleviating activities all day. You can embrace your passions and your hobbies all day. And you can perpetually gorge down food to assuage your voracious appetite for more palatable, scrumptious, succulent, zesty, tangy, savory food products. People work real private sector jobs based on voluntary demand, succumb to chronic burnout, chronic fatigue, chronic stress, a reduced quality of life. And severe health issues. When you work a real private sector job based on voluntary demand, you are often working a highly time-consuming, minimum wage, dead-end, ineffably agonizing, really wretched job that does not pay anywhere close to even 1/4 of a subsistence wage. The overarching goal of a company is to maximize its profits and maximize the wealth of its shareholders. The profits are reserved for the shareholders, the CEO, and the executives. The interests of the employees and the employers are diametrically opposed to one another. The employer always wants to pay the employee the absolute minimum amount of revenue for the maximum amount of hours worked, whereas an employee wants to be able to receive the absolute maximum amount of revenue for the minimum amount of hours worked. In an employer market, employers hold the cards, they hold the leverage, and begrudgingly, the employee acquiesces to working a real private sector job based on voluntary demand because he needs short-term relief, even though it is fleeting, ephemeral, and infinitesimal. Based on the revenue disparity between the CEO and the system manager, they deem 1 second of the CEO's time to be commensurate to 2 hours of the system manager's time. They value the CEO's time to be worth at least 743,000% more than the assistant manager's time. So you could grovel at an employer's feet all you want, but even if you were to work full-time over the course of 104,000 hours, over 5 decades, half a century, or 50 years, for an employer, you would still gross less revenue in those 104,000 hours than the CEO has grossed in under 15 hours. So, plus, if you work a job, it often furnishes you with zero benefits, no revenue on the back end. You should hone in on embracing entrepreneurial pursuits, cultivating behemoth brands, creating income-generating assets, and growing your recurring revenue streams if you want to be an entrepreneur. If you're not a welfare aristocrat, then the only way to get out of poverty for those who are not welfare aristocrats is to have your recurring revenue streams as an aggregate generate enough revenue to offset your recurring expenses. You want to be able to thrive, prosper, and flourish in the pending future. And you never want to stagnate nor regress. You always want to move your life in a forward moving trajectory and always make inroads towards success. So if you want to attain the utmost highest standard of living, and if you are unwilling to work in any capacity, then you could forgo working, become a welfare aristocrat, and subsequently attain the highest standard of living because you will have unlimited benefits, unlimited money, all the amenities, all the luxuries, and all the accoutrements of the high life without having to work in any capacity, because people who work real private sector jobs based on voluntary demand will subsidize your unlimited benefits, unlimited money, luxuries, amenities, and accoutrements of the high life in this controlled market economy, in which people who work real private sector jobs based on voluntary demand cannot retain the fruits of their labor. They're penalized for being productive. Their hard-earned money is transferred to people who refuse to work in any capacity. As a welfare aristocrat, you can sleep whenever you're fatigued. You can partake in stress-alleviating activities whenever you're stressed out. And you can bask in your hobbies and passions all day, every day, for the remainder of your lifetime. I hope that you found this video to be insightful and enthralling. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.